Hi, I'm Lucy and it's good to see you. I'm here with my November books. As you can see, only two. There's a reason, and I will get to that later. But yeah, let's start. Also, maybe start by saying I don't actually stress myself in reading a certain amount of books. I do have a reading goal, but I'm very chill with it. Also, I reached it way back, I think already in October, but end of October I had my reading goal for 2025 fulfilled. So yeah, but in general, if I even reach just one book a month, I'm happy as long as I keep reading. So anyway, so this time I had two books, starting with The Magic Toyshop by Angela Carter. So this one I got because after I read The Bloody Chamber and other stories by Angela Carter, I really liked her prose. So I was like, let's try something else, and this one was one of the more higher rated ones. This was interesting. So we're basically following a family, the young kids from a wealthy home. They I don't think that's a spoiler. They have to move because something happens to their parents, and they go to their uncle, and then we're basically, and that's the Magic Toy Shop, and then we're basically there where the uncle is very, what shall I say, obsessed with making toys, and he basically only spends his whole time in his workshop, and is not really taking care of the family. He has an iron grip on the money, and not even his wife is allowed to do things, and it's a very, very sad family situation. And these three young kids, they go there. Unfortunately, I don't remember their name. Oh my god, how could I forget? Okay, anyway, Melanie is the main character. She has a younger sister that's baby-ish. I think she's 2 or 3, and then we also have a younger brother. So Melanie is the main protagonist of the story, and we follow through her POV how she then experiences this move, and also her fears and dreams, and then sometimes mixing. Is what she really what she sees, or is it something she makes up in her mind? It was a very interesting story, very dark, very scary. There are also a few things going towards sexual, and I think she's 14 in the story, Melanie. So that was not comfortable. So nothing going into the full on, but lots of hints in that direction, let's just say that. Still enough for me to feel slightly uncomfortable as I was reading those, and I was slightly surprised to read them. This is definitely not a children's story, even though it's called The Magic Toy Shop. All in all, I did enjoy the book. I don't now remember what I gave it, either 3.5 or 4, and it's not a 5. I think 3.5 is more, if I think about it right now. Almost a whole month passed because we're already mid-December. Sorry, I'm late. But yeah, so that was The Magic Toy Shop by Angela Carter. And the second book that I read and finished in November 2025 is Scorched Roses by Carissa. Broadbent? Is it Broadbent? I hope so. So this is a novella. So she has a series, The Serpent and the Wings or something, Wings of Night. I don't know. So she has a fantasy series with vampires and stuff. And this book I think is 1.5 from time wise, chronological wise from the actual series. I didn't read book 1, but it's as I understand it, it deals with different characters that are introduced in book 2. So in a sense, I didn't feel that I had anything missing. So reading this one alone was good, and it was short. So I wanted to get a taste of this world before I would throw myself into rather bigger fantasy books. And I did really enjoy it. I liked what's her name? Gosh. Oh yeah, Lilith. Dang it. Yeah, sorry, it's too long, but it's alright. Lilith, what's his name? That I don't remember either. So it's about Lilith, and they're in this world where like the gods truly exist and they truly interact with the world, and where she lives, they angered the gods, like of that area that is supposed to protect them. And so basically they all become ash, like it's a sickness, they call it a sickness, and they all like can die almost at any time. Like there is no pattern to it, so you could grow old-ish or you would die, but like the trend is that you more and more die faster and faster. And so it's very like graphically depicted that it's not ash per se, it's like their skin starts falling off. And so basically like described so many times that she has to like dust at home, but that is like the skin of her sister and of herself starting to fall off in large quantities, so that they need to dust literally every single day. Dust. Very interesting concept. I was hooked immediately. I thought it was so interesting. And so basically Lilith, she's a smarty girl, so she's trying to find a way to solve this. And so she's like, fuck it, I'm gonna try vampire, because vampire blood, well, vampires can heal. Maybe that works. Which is also in this pantheon, the goddess for the vampires and the god that we have where we live, I don't remember his name, they hate each other. And especially I think the gods is like hated by all the other gods, something like that. So it's also like, in a sense, the worst thing she could do to get help from a creature of the god that is hated. And so all of that was like such a good hook, and was so interested. And so 6 scorched roses. So she basically trades him a rose on her first visit for his blood, so that she can like do tests with it. She's a scientist, and maybe figure out a way to make a panacea, to make a cure for this godly sickness that's befallen her region. And basically we don't know like why roses. She intrigues him by saying it's not a normal rose, but she doesn't say more, and I love that. And we also, even though we're in her POV, we don't know, the reader. That is revealed way later. I'm not gonna spoil it, of course. So yeah, and then basically that's what this is about, the relationship between her and the vampire. Yes, there's romance. And also, yeah, how it goes, and the gods' interaction and things like that. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it. I do have to say, and I wasn't fully ready for that. Maybe I should have researched more. There are quite a few extreme spicy scenes with not fade black, with details. So that was in there as well. Not necessarily, I don't know, I think this is the first, not the first, but almost, story that I read where it would be so prominent in the story. At the same time, because I would have rated this lower if that was the plot. You know, people having sex. If that had been like the main thing, and they were shallow and everything else was just yeah, then I wouldn't have liked it. But the point is, it's really a side thing. Like, it's just 2 people liking each other, so they're getting it on. Yeah, I can get behind that. so I actually, yeah, I didn't mind as much as I thought I would. I guess, if that makes sense. So that, yeah, I just, yeah, if you're like me, you're not, because I don't like researching too much about a book if I'm somewhat interested. I want to be surprised, and I'm always worried if I do too much research, you know, you find out too much. But anyway, so those were the 2 books that I read and finished in November. And now to the reason why it's only 2 books is because of this chunker. This big boy is what I'm currently reading. I started in November and I'm still reading it. I'm a little bit over halfway. So this is Karenina by Tolstoy. I don't know exactly why, but I've always wanted to read this because I don't actually know the story, and just wanted to have the book version of it. I don't know the story. I think maybe way back when I was a child I saw a cartoon, something about it. I do just remember there was this cartoon about a Tsar, and not about the Tsar, but about yeah, like the noble people and stuff like that. And this is kind of where we are. So we are in Russia in, I don't know which year. I don't know if they explicitly tell us, but we are in, like, I would say sort of Victorian area. So we have gentlemen, we have, like I said, there's still a Tsar ruling in Russia. You have princes and princesses, and Anna Karenina, she's the wife of Alexandre, I think, Karenin. They're also like higher ups, nobles, and in high society. And yeah, so I'm not gonna say too much about it. I'd rather do that then in the video once I finished it. But so far it's what I understood is, or what I've read so far, so we're actually following a couple of different people. So it's not just Anna Karenina, but it's also a few other people that are somehow all obviously connected through all social life and things like that. So, and it's written in a quite cool way. It's like smaller chapters, which really helps, especially me personally. I'm sometimes scared about big books, and this is also why once I knew I had reached my reading goal, I was like, you know what, let's just take a big boy, and even if it goes until January, even until February, whatever, let's get through this guy. And I'm happy that I chose to do this. So so this big boy is written smaller chapters and quite a few parts. I'm like in part 4, and yeah, like I said, I'm slightly over half, so that means it's maybe 8 parts, the whole book, and that makes it more digestible to me personally. And also when it's smaller chapters, for me that works so much better. So I don't understand like these 40-50 page chapters personally. I'm not saying you should never do them, it's just personal preference. Because then I can get tired of it. I'm like, okay, I would like to stop, I would like to have a break. And if you see shorter chapters, more often than not, then I don't want to stop. I want to continue, because I'm like, well, it's just a short one. And then again, oh, it's just a short one. And then I keep reading. So there are a few, maybe slightly longer ones in here, but then it's usually because like we have like something happening like a whole evening, and then it's natural that it's slightly longer, and then we go back to the more shorter formula. I don't know if I think this was published in a newspaper, so maybe that's why it's sort of in that kind of way, but for me, perfect. But yeah, so these are the books that I read or am reading. Yes, I can talk English, sort of. And yeah, that's all from me for today. Short one. Hope you're taking care of yourself, and yeah. See you in the next. Bye bye.